Hey guys, Mark from parkflyers.com. Today we're looking at two new beautiful cars from Traxxas. One of them is the 50th anniversary Bigfoot 4x4, retails for $399.99. The other one is the Raptor R Ultimate. This retails for $649.99. They're both available now, and they're both beautiful, and I'm going to explain to you what makes them so special. So in the past, I've been critical of Traxxas. I don't like their generic designs. Like you have those wispy lines in all green, red, blue, and I think it's boring. A lot of people agree because anytime they have a licensed body or a special edition of a car, it definitely sells more. There's more demand for it. And I hope Traxxas takes that direction as far as licensing and as far as paint schemes. If you look at this, it's kind of the opposite of a generic. It's basically a solid paint with some really good licensed graphics, and then a fade in into the rear color. So like a two-tone, it's just a beautiful look. I think it looks a lot better than those generic looks that Traxxas has. And I think the sales on this is already showing. We're selling a ton of them. There's a lot of interest in this. And we hope that Traxxas will continue to do licensing. Also, like the Bigfoot, this is a licensed car. We sold more Bigfoots than any other Stampede that we have. The Bigfoot is an amazing franchise. And now there's the Gold Edition. Now, the Gold Edition is very, very hard to get. We were supposed to get two of them. We only got one. And this is it right here. It's beautiful. It has the gold wheels. It has the gold accents in the front and rear bumpers. We think it looks really, really nice. And again, you have that custom body just commemorating the 50th anniversary of Bigfoot. Just a beautiful truck. Very, very hard to get. These things are definitely going to go up in value. We're going to post this right after we did do this video. Just shortly after, we're going to post this for sale. It's going to be around the $400 mark. We're not gouging like other hobby shops. People have been selling these on eBay for about $650. Other hobby shops that we know, they're getting about $500-600 for them. We're not doing that. It's going to be less than that, even though we only have one of them. We might be getting another, but honestly, I'm not holding my breath just because there's been so much demand. What happened was I think dealers called Traxxas Direct, and they basically complained that they didn't get one. I ordered two right away, and I only got one. So this is the one that we have for the year. If you want it, grab it. It's definitely going to be something that goes up in value. Now let's talk about the Raptor R. The Raptor R is basically an upgraded version of the original Raptor. On the original Raptor, people complained, and you saw my original review video, that it had the original Valenian, that speed control, and it overheated just because people don't realize, or Traxxas didn't realize, that the car has a much longer chassis, bigger body, overall weight is up. So really, when running it in hot temperatures, we were overheating just like everybody else. And I think it really hurt the sales of the cars because the reviews came out and everybody spoke about the overheating. What Traxxas did with this is they didn't just re-release the car in the regular format. They went straight for the Ultimate. And in doing so, they just actually used the new 4S speed control that they have in their JADO 4S. And it solved all the problems. You're not going to have overheating on this. It can handle 4S. It's a much more capable speed control. And then you have the 240 XL high torque motor. It's a low KV, which means low RPM, but it's super powerful, and it runs off of 4S. So imagine a 4S Raptor R Ultimate. Now, the interesting thing was I was doing videos where I would upgrade the Raptor Rs to 4S. We would put the 4S speed control from the Max, which is actually a little different than this, and we would put in this 240 XL motor and a 4S pack. And we did sell dozens and dozens of those to customers, and they were happy. I guess Traxxas saw that, or maybe they saw it, and they took note. They realized everybody wanted a little bit more powerful Raptor that didn't overheat, and this is basically it. Now, this one-ups my design because these were not out when I was doing the builds, which are the front and rear caster and steering blocks. These are different than the Rustler 4x4 and the Slash 4x4 Ultimate because they work with the thicker universals included in the heavy-duty components. If you look at the lumen here, it's much thicker than the original design for the Ultimates. Those are still available. They didn't update those yet, but this is an updated version. That means these part numbers are different. If you're going to update your Rustler Ultimate or your Slash Ultimate, you're going to have to use the universals, including with these metal end parts. And in this Gold Edition, which is beautiful, they actually chose to use the gray or the titanium colored aluminum parts. The center shaft, you can't see it here, but it's also that gray color. We think it's beautiful. Now, the surprise of this car that I wasn't expecting is that they included a 2275 steering servo. Now the 2275 steering servo is this servo here. It has 347 ounces of torque at 6 volts. The cool thing about this new speed control is it actually allows you, if you get the Traxxas app, the Bluetooth app, and you put it in your radio, it allows you to increase the voltage in here to 7 volts. And basically, when you do that, you increase the voltage, you usually get 100 more ounces of torque. And if you look on the back of the servo case, that's what it says. It goes from 347 to 486. It's over 100 ounces. Also, the transit time goes down, so it also becomes faster. This is a very, very good move by Traxxas by including this in this car. It's a surprise upgrade. Usually on older Ultimates, they just include a Metal Gear 2075 and they call it a day. And this one, they put something a lot more powerful and something that can be increased in voltage just by flicking a switch. Unbelievable move by Traxxas and unexpected. The one thing that I was surprised, I guess, because they spent all that money, it's a $70 servo. They had to cut somewhere else, so they didn't include the center differential, which is okay. You can upgrade your center differential at $69.99 for the metal one, which I recommend getting. It distributes the power more efficiently between all 4 wheels, front and back also. It's just a really good upgrade, but if you're getting this car for $650, you might as well do the upgraded differential. It comes with the lights built into it, front and rear. So it's a really nice touch, and the car itself is just an amazing driving car. Because of the long chassis, it drives more like a scale truck, where the regular Slash, they have the Raptor in the regular Slashes. They're good and they're nice, but they don't drive scale because they don't have that scale dimension like this. This is a scale dimension. This long chassis is more in line with a real Raptor. When you drive it, you're able to really rotate the car by flicking the brakes, cutting the wheel, and just rotating the back end out. It's a lot of fun when you're driving in dirt or even on asphalt. These tires are really special. They're a little bit bigger than Slash tires, and they come with metal hubs. If you look at here, there's metal hubs on them that they use, and that's a nice touch with the heavy-duty set. Beautiful tire. This tire tends to have a harder compound, so it has a different type of grip and slip type of thing. Anytime you have a long wheelbase and a long chassis, you don't want to have a grippy tire because you're going to get traction rolling. And you want this tire. This actually performs very, very well when you put it on the car. I like it. This tire, usually I'll upgrade a car with different tires from Proline or other brands. This is the one car that I'll say that Traxxas just nailed the tire, and it doesn't really drive better when you put a different tire on it. I don't think so. I like the way this grips and slips. It's a little bit harder than a regular compound. That means they do last longer than the average tire. But again, it just complements the long chassis and the power. 4S on this car is absolutely insane. You're going to have, because you have the bigger speed control and because you have that the lower kV motor, you know you're going to get more torque, less overheating. It tends to run more efficient. Think of it like a diesel engine, where a diesel engine has less RPM than a high revving racing engine, but it also runs much cooler and it lasts longer. Same type of idea with this. It's like a big diesel engine in here with this 240XL, and you have the 4S speed control to handle all that heat. You can get the optional Traxxas Villenian fan. It's $24.99. It clicks right on there and it plugs right in the side if you want extra cooling. For the motor, we have options here. If you want, you can actually click on a McLaren. It's a 30 millimeter fan that we sell. We sell it with an Exotech motor ring, and then it clicks right on there, and it actually lowers the temperature of the motor about 12 to 14 degrees. A really nice touch. If you see the telemetry, the mechanical telemetry straps are here for temperature. There's one for RPM in the motor. So if you do buy the Bluetooth app, you're gonna basically get that all that functionality, all that telemetry, where you get the top speed, motor temperature, battery voltage, all that stuff, and it's all built into the Ultimate Raptor R. For $650, you're getting a phenomenal deal. Instead of buying a base Raptor and then upgrading the crap out of it and spending $1,000 like people do with me all the time, you could just buy this and just have a nice day. $650 out of the gate, and you're basically, it's much cheaper than upgrading the car from base. Anyway, the gold is absolutely beautiful. They do have it in the red, in the black and orange, and they have it in 2 formations of that, where they reverse the black and orange front and back. You can check my website out. We have all of them in stock. We hope you buy from us and consider supporting us. We do take the time to make videos and give you information about the products. Please, if you can support us by buying from us, we would really appreciate that. And we thank you for joining us on this video. This is Mark from parkflyers.com signing off. We'll see you on the next review, and have a great day.